Hey everybody, welcome to another In the Car review today. Today we're going to be talking about the film Trespassers, which I got, I believe, from Hamilton Books for, I think, $1.95. It wasn't much more than that. The Blu-ray. On the cover you see a guy wearing a scary mask. I'm not sure if we saw that exact mask in the film, but we saw something like it. And let me read you the quote on the back, because this pretty much does sum it up. A brutally sleazy home invasion thriller, simple, sadistic, and definitely not for the squeamish. That's pretty much your movie there. This is going to be relatively short. The only well, actually, there was a couple people that were kind of recognizable to me. But by far, I think the most familiar face in here is Fairuza Balk. Even though she's wearing these big glasses and she's kind of dressed up like a crazy cat lady, but you know she's in this, and there's a police officer who I think his name is Carlo Rota, who was he was a familiar face at least. But anyway, we begin with a couple being dragged out of a car and disposed of by some mask-wearing goons. They've got these sort of Day of the Dead inspired masks on. And then we cut to a couple who have rented like a home, like an Airbnb, and they're going to meet some friends of theirs. It's actually the one girl's friend is bringing her new boyfriend whom they haven't met. He comes in, he's a jerk, he's very unlikable. They all take out the drugs and start doing all kinds of drugs, and again, I keep picking these movies where they do that. It just bothers me. I don't know. I don't like it. And I guess, you know, they're not supposed to be likable. Certainly the one boyfriend is not supposed to be likable. And guess what? There's some history between the one girl's boyfriend and the other girl. Not a whole lot you haven't seen before. Of the couple, the one guy is a little mousy. I'm not going to say mousy, but I don't know. Yeah, he's kind of he's kind of timid. I don't know. I guess he was okay. Will he redeem himself at the end? You know, the boyfriend of the one girl is I mean, like I said, he's a jerk. He does this thing. He does it a couple times where if his girlfriend makes a little mistake, he like pushes her on the head, and it's like really like it's a sign of like more abuse. You know what I mean? Like, God, he's just very unlikable guy. And then they get a knock, or the doorbell rings late at night, and it's the Fairuza Balk character. She starts giving him a line about her car being broken down and all this stuff, and she kind of worms her way in, and she kind of starts having these side conversations about the artwork, and at the end they start to get like a little tired of her, and they try to get rid of her pretty much, because she's kind of changing the story. You know, she's like, oh, I can't use your cell phone outside. There's no reception. I have to come inside, and I have to go in this room, and I have to use your bathroom. And so they have a conflict, and things go awry. And then also you have the home invaders. It turns out that couple that we saw in the beginning that was disposed of was from this house, and the home invaders have come back for something in the house. And the police are eventually called, and there's a few twists here and there. There's some scuffles and some conflicts. There's one pretty brutal, grisly way that the invaders have to sort of torture somebody to get information out of them. I don't know if I've seen it before in a film. It was pretty brutal. Yeah, like I said, there's not a lot that you haven't seen before plot-wise. There's a pretty good sequence out by the pool where there's a fight by the pool, and you know there's a pool there, someone going in the pool, or a couple people falling in the pool. Is that going to come into play? Sure. I like the way The Strangers Pray at Night did it a little better than this film, but that was pretty cool. I mean, this, as far as like the technical aspects of this film, there's really not much to complain about. I mean, it was a pretty well made film. It's just it had a you know, there's a scene where we have some survivors and some people don't, and the sun comes up at the end, and instead of saying, wow, what a night, you just go, wow. My feeling was, wow, I've kind of seen this before. As a matter of fact, I didn't quite finish it. I was almost there, and something happened. I kind of got distracted. I wanted to go watch a stream, so my friends were doing a live stream. So that took precedence over seeing the climax of this movie, if that gives you any indication of how much it grabbed me, or didn't grab me, really. You know, I could have missed. I could have been 5 minutes late to somebody's live stream. It wouldn't have been the end of the world. But I chose to bail on the movie and do that instead, and finished it the next day. When nobody was home, I had to wait because, you know, there's some screaming and yelling and cursing and violence, and you get a lot of that. Anyway, pretty much what you expect. Don't let the cover fool you. It's not. There's nothing supernatural about this. That's one of the masks. They're supposed to be one of the masks, and it's, like I said, pretty violent home invasion thriller. I wouldn't. It's not horrible if you get a chance to watch it and you think you're into these kind of things. Give it a shot, but I personally wouldn't go out of my way, even at a discounted rate from somewhere like Hamilton Books. I'd like to throw in a blind buy every time I order from Hamilton Books. Usually something that's like $1.95 or something. Okay, there you go, guys. The Trespassers. Have you seen it? What's your favorite home invasion film? Let me ask you that question. And let me know in the comments below. All right, later.